Welcome back. Just want to put a little apology here at the start of this part today for the videos yesterday being late. There was basically issues beyond my control is the best way of putting it. I can't tell you what it is because it's personal to someone else. So, you know, I can't tell you, it's not my place, but it did obviously affect the channel and stuff like that. But everything's fine, everything's good. Apologies for the late videos. I felt like I needed to do an apology because it's like, I don't know, I don't like it when I have the videos late. And it's essentially my fault. I get anxiety and stuff around that. It's very much like, I want to get these things out on time for you. So obviously I feel the need to apologize. Right, so that's out of the way. Let's pass it back to, again, past me, who's going to speak to Ries, I think. Follow me, please. I prefer it if the others didn't see us. Right. Pardon us. Afterward, Lloyd and the others were shown to Ries's room. They then outlined what they knew about the blue flowers and the conversation they'd had with Archbishop Aralda. Now I understand. It doesn't surprise me the Archbishop would refuse to talk about it. What? You know something about it, Ries? Yes, that particular flower. I believe it's the same one written about in the Church's testaments. Or rather, I should say its unofficial testaments. The Apocrypha. Apocrypha? Unofficial, you mean their testament's not recognized by the Septian Church? Yes, that's correct. Even inside the Church itself, not many are allowed to ever read such things. I mean, this just keeps... Again, it's that worrying thing of like... Wazzy is clearly part of the Church, but it's what's worrying about it is like, it's clearly part of the Church. Now, there's been other instances where something's been clearly and obvious and being presented to you being like, oh, it's a secret, look at this secret over here, you see this secret, so Falcom can hide something else. What are they hiding from me? Like, it's clear. Clearly they're trying to hide the fact. It's that, what's the best way to put it? They're clearly obviously not trying to hide the fact that they are trying to hide the fact that they're not trying to hide the fact that Wazzy is part of the Church. If that even made sense, there's many double negatives and stuff in that. But you get the idea what I mean. So it's like they're making it obvious that he's hiding something. But why are they making it obvious? Why are they making me go like, ah, yes, why? Why? What are you hiding from me? There's more going on and you're not telling me. Yes, that's correct. Even inside the Church itself, not many are allowed to ever read such things. Because there, how does Wazzy know about it then? However, an exception is granted to the Growlsritter, who may read the Apocrypha. Uh-huh. It's necessary due to how many artifacts are outlined within the pages of those testaments. Now I get it. Are you saying this blue flower is also written about in the Apocrypha? Yes, a particular blue flower is mentioned in the Book of Ladder. Like Jacob's Ladder? It blooms in locations above Septian veins and is said to be an omen of things to come, both good and bad. Its name is Pleroma grass. He didn't react. There was no exclamation. He knows. So it's like, based on what Ries said, it's like, he's part of the Growlsritter. It's like, it's choreographed and shown right here. It's obvious. So if it's obvious, what else are they hiding beyond that? Oh, I love Falcom's writing style. I really do. That name. Oh, it's all lit up. Was there a chest there? Isn't that? It's the one written in the cult's records. The main ingredient used in Gnosis. It is. Damn it. So it's all coming full circle. So that's how they were doing it. Many of the mysteries left behind by the cult are still perplexing the Church as well. There's also Archbishop Aralda to contend with. Investigating the traces left behind by Joachim Gunther has not been easy. Wait, there's something I still don't understand. That flower is the key ingredient that was used in Gnosis. What does it blooming in multiple places in Crossbell right now mean? That's a good question. Also worries me that it corresponds with the appearance of the cryptids. A flower that blooms atop septium veins. Not to mention one known simultaneously as a good and bad omen. Yeah, I ain't liking how the pieces are falling into place. See, it's that sort of thing like, yeah, I don't like how they're falling into place, but I love how they're falling into place. Regardless of what it means, I know this is something we can't handle by ourselves. Let's return to the SSS building for now and give the Chief our report. Would you mind if we relayed what you told us to the Guild and CGF, Ries? Well, I suppose not, but please do not mention me by name. Huh. Still trying to avoid the watchful eye of the Archbishop, I see. She's not the only one, is she, mate? Naturally. We wouldn't do anything to compromise you, Ries. Then I have no objections. I'll forward what we discussed here to the Growlritter and begin my own investigation. Would you be willing to exchange information with me if either of us makes progress? That'd be no problem at all. Thank you for your help. The only thing I can think of is like... It's like that they've made it very, very clear that he's a Growlritter. Very clear. Through that entire scene. It's like he knows about it being written in these hidden testaments, only the Growlritter can see it, and he didn't react to the name at all. It's like he knew what it was ahead of time. He wasn't shocked or anything like that, like the rest were. It's just like, yeah, that's going to come up. Of course it's going to come up. So it's like, Falcom have clearly pointed out that he is a Growlritter in a sort of like, oh, only if you're paying attention. So it's like, right, what's the next step from that? Like, it's just a case of like, is it something else in Wazzy's past? Like, is it going to be with how he got his stigma or something then? Is it going to be there's more connection to what's going on? Like, because this is the case. What I've been thinking is like, okay, if he's a Growlritter, if he's a Dominion and all this type of stuff, and it's becoming more and more apparent that the Dominion aspect I wasn't 100% around. But him being a member of the church, yeah, I've had that in my mind for ages. But in this confirms it's like definitely Growlritter territory. So it's like, assuming then that it is Dominion stuff, I feel like it's going to be something to do with his backstory and maybe how he got his stigma and all that type of stuff. Sure. But then how does that connect to Crossbell? Why is he here in Crossbell? And the only thing I can think of is because of the Pleroma stuff. I don't know, it's that sort of like, it's the next step. I'm trying to figure out that next step. Anyway, Lloyd and the others then returned to the SSS building. They quickly put together a report on the cryptids and Pleroma grass they discovered. The report was then sent to the CGF and Bracer Guild via the Orbor network. After enjoying a late night dinner with the Chief and Kia, they succumbed to the exhaustion of the day and went back to their rooms for a good night's sleep. Oh no. I was going to say, it's like, so maybe it's something to do with Wold is what I was thinking here, because that's clearly going to be Wold. Like, you can see from his silhouette, it's Wold. And it's like, oh, you've just taken some Gnosis, haven't you? Because that's the only thing I can think of, is like, maybe he was keeping an eye on Wold for some reason. But anyway, damn, this is good. I've never felt better. With this, I'll crush him. I'll crush him until there's nothing left. What is that weapon? Oh, is it just the... Because that's a chain, isn't it? Is it a chain around a sword or a stick though? It's you, eh? Little dot. Yeah. No worries. I can go anytime you want. Oh, crap. But we handle things my way, got it? It's like, no, well, no, what have you done? The name of the game, everyone! Doo-doo. It's time to do a mini rounds, isn't it? I assume so, anyway. I see. Those flowers are the main ingredient for that drug, huh? And the department isn't going to overlook them growing across the state. I was hoping we could continue our investigation alongside the guild. Was there something else you wanted us to do? Yeah, I think it'd be best if you let the other divisions handle this. The referendum is getting closer, and there's bound to be a lot of unrest in the city. Put your focus there. Do what you can to quell their anxieties before things get out of hand. That's very true. So basically, crisis management. In that case, what do we do regarding today's plans? We already finished our part of the cryptid search yesterday. If we've got time, we could always go help the Braces anyway. Is something wrong? Got something on your mind? Well, I was just thinking, why don't we pay Rosenberg's studio a visit? Oh? You said the Meister has ties to that society. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. We're not in a position to search the studio without a warrant, of course. But if you'll recall, the old man living there told us something when we were last there. However, I have nothing to say to you. You may visit me again when you have a reason to. I will at least hear what you have to say, if only out of respect for Ren. Maybe worth visiting him. Could be risky, however. Right, I'd like to understand that mysterious boy's objectives, though. Maybe taking shelter at the studio. Agreed. You have to consider the circumstances. There's no telling what the major powers might do at a moment's notice. You can't leave a shady criminal organization to its own devices any longer. There is that, too. Should we make the studio our priority? Yeah, let's get a feel for the situation. Considering the circumstances, we may have to get a search warrant. Maybe. Let's head on out. Wait a second. Does that mean you're gonna leave for work? Yeah, that was the plan. Aren't you going to the library today, Kia? Yeah, I want to find a book written in Braille for Shizuku. Aww. I'll buy groceries on the way home. So is there anything you want for dinner? Shopping for groceries? Will you be fine on your own, Kia? She's been handling all of our cooking lately. Uh-huh. I always buy groceries from Momo's dad and Oscar. Lady at the general store in Times is also my friend. Wow, really? Why the surprise? This is Kido we're talking about. Everyone loves her. In that case, there's gotten chilly, so hot sounds good right about now. Oh, that's a good idea. Hot pot is the best after a long day of work. Hot pot. So it's got to be Eastern style, right? Can you handle that, Kia? I think I'll manage. I want to make the broth authentic, so I'll go to the stores on East Street. You're going all out for this, huh? I'm even more excited to come home now. Thank you, Kia. We'll try our hardest to make it back on time. Okay. She's adorable. She's adorable. Dun 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 dun. We got redelivering the missed deliveries. Kapua delivery service, Aaron. We mixed up the addresses for some packages by mistake, and they were delivered to the wrong places. We need some help getting them back to where they should be. Fair enough. Well, I didn't read the bit at the end, did I? Come to Crossbell Airport for more details. Temporary theme park job. We are recruiting people to help everyone's favorite mascot, Mishi. We need your help to fulfill children's dreams. We eagerly await you at Michelin Wonderland. You'll need to ride the cruise ship to get there. Oh. Suspicious merchant investigation. Chief told her. Situation in the village has changed since you were here yesterday. Ah. We're once again requesting you investigate the merchant from yesterday. I'll be waiting for you in the city at Harold Hayworth's house in the residential district. Ooh. Dangerous monster. Monster appeared. Yep. Looks like we have a few new ones. What's the plan? Should probably work our way through them after we're done at the doll studio. I disagree. Don't know what's going to happen once we get there. We should take care of as many requests as we can first. You're right. That visit could end with us conducting a search for all we know. Okay, let's make our way up to the mountain path to the doll studio after we take care of these requests. And we had better do the Michelin Wonderland request too. Of course. Right, so, oh my god, getting up the stairs is so difficult these days, isn't it? It really is. Getting old, can't get up the stairs. But yes, we're gonna do a mini rounds now. I'll go check the things, but... I'm pretty sure I have a plush that'd make Kia happy. I think I'll give it to her as a gift. Light found Kia. Gave her the plush as a gift. You're very welcome. A new decoration was added to Kia's room. New decoration was added to Kia's room. Here we go. Do you have a moment, Kia? Oh, Lloyd. Yeah, it's okay. Whoa, you didn't waste any time decorating this place. Really is a sight to behold. Yeah, aren't they all super cute? Oh, actually... this one says it's not a plush. Manual says it's a costume that you're supposed to wear. A costume? Like one for a mascot? I could see someone like you fitting inside of it, actually. Well then, wanna help me put it on? Sure, but it's going to get hot in there. Read these things get pretty stuffy. I'm sure I'll be okay. Besides, I want you to tell me how I look in it. Well, okay. He hasn't even gotten into the thing yet. She's already this fired up. And we're set. How is it, Kia? Are you comfortable? Yep, I'm totally fine. It's not that hot in here after all. Oh, really? Maybe they thought about proper ventilation. Oh my god! Whoa! It's even cuter than I could have imagined. Really? Penguin Kia. She's going to kill me with her cuteness. Are you there, Lloyd? You're not coming downstairs, so we came to get you. Oh yeah, sorry to keep you guys waiting. Fair warning, don't step inside unless you're ready to have a sugar overdose. Oh, what? What in the world are you? Huh? Oh, it's Ellie and Tio. A good day to you all. What? This is an emergency. A cute emergency. You're so cute, Kia. Inconceivable. This level of pure adorableness is not reproducible in the Epstein Foundation's labs. Such cuteness should not exist on this plane of existence. I think I'm brave. How could I take so many hugs? Oh no. What's going on here? What the hell? Kia? I want to hug her too! He's dead. I didn't expect to walk into a crime scene. Multiple victims, cause of death, killed by cuteness. Imagine a weapon like this on the battlefield. No one would survive how damn cute she is. Watch your mouth in front of her, Randy. I surrender! Please let go of me already! After a while, the girls finally regained their senses. An indefinite ban was placed on Penguin Kia, for the safety of everyone in the building, lest they be killed by its indomitable cuteness. Ultimate Penguin Buster. The Kia plush collection is now complete. I have to show Sarah that scene. I have to. It's just because, again, the penguin is from Sowwy 2, and my girlfriend voiced that penguin in Sowwy 2. So she'll love that. She'll love that. That's so cool. You know, it just reminds me, like, Sowwy 2 is just such a strangely significant game for me, because it's like, I think that was probably my first Falcom game. And it was at the time me and Sarah started speaking. Like, it was that point in time where it's like, me and Sarah started speaking to each other, and then we realized we kind of had feelings for each other, and then, well, you know where we're at now. You know. Yawn. Is it just a yawn? Right then. Let's go with, do I have one? Rainbow trout. Yan. Funyan. Oh, information. Huh? Are you giving this to me? Nice copy. Could be happy to use it. Right, let's get some mini rounds going. Care for a balloon? No need to be shy, even adults can appreciate the deep complexity of a well-inflated balloon. Nothing helps turn your brain off and help you relive your childhood like a shiny new balloon. Here are the shoes you ordered, Mr. Dudley. Very good, my man. I believe I'll wear them out. Ugh, you. What are all of you doing here? Oh, well, we're just about to ask you that. Phew, those kicks look pretty expensive. You special ordered leather shoes. Are they from a name brand? Don't you dare lump me in with those imbeciles who prattle on about brand names. These are custom made. Wow, you're one tough customer, aren't you? You have your shoes custom made. Usually stick with whatever sneakers are comfortable. What was that, Bannings? What are you trying to say? What do you mean? You sound like you're suggesting that leather shoes are frivolous. Well, that's where you're wrong though, Junior. I never said that. Leather shoes are more profound than a rookie like you could ever comprehend. The more you wear them, the more they conform to the shape of your feet. The deeper their texture will become. You could never show such harmony and bliss from wearing sneakers. Fool. Talk about overdramatic. Never seen Detective Dudley be so passionate about something outside of work. I digress. To answer your original question, I'm here on my break. I'd like to enjoy it before I have to return to work. So make yourself scarce. Okay. At last I can try on the shoes I ordered. Don't you dare interrupt me again, understood? Hi everyone! Reading a book, Kia? Sure am. I'm looking for something that will cheer up Shizuku. Which one should I pick? This book looks pretty interesting. Wait, that shelf is part of the Braille corner, isn't it? Okay, are you able to read Braille? Yep. Is that a big deal? Big deal? Someone help me out because I don't even know where to begin with this one. Did they teach you that in Sunday school? Nope, I picked it up while hanging out with Shizuku. Did you know that Mark and the Witch of the Deep Forest has a Braille version too? It made it a lot easier to pick up. Get that reading a book you're already familiar with would help, but still, having uncanny comprehension skills is hardly out of the ordinary for our gear. I just remembered that I have to go shopping for dinner. Relax, there's still time before evening. More importantly, make sure you find a good book that will help cheer up Shizuku. I will. Thanks, Lloyd. I'll get those ingredients afterwards, so you remember to bring your appetite to dinner, okay? Oh. What's up, guys? You scared me. I thought Momo found me. Ryu, this is part of the SSS building. You can't use this as a hiding spot. Come on, Lloyd. Stop being a narc. Do your little pal Ryu a solid and don't mention where I'm hiding. In the middle of an all-out hide-and-seek war with Anri and Momo right now. Do your little pal Ryu a solid and not mention where I'm hiding. I'm playing hide-and-seek with Ryu and Anri. Can't find them at all. Where are they hiding? Where are Ryu and Anri hiding? The last time we played hide-and-seek, this took until evening. I wonder if Momo will be able to find us this time. I see. I thought that might be the case. Incidentally, he's over in mines and won't be back until late. Regrettably, you'd have been better off leaving a message saying you wanted to meet. Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, could you let him know for me? I most certainly can. How should he get back to you? Where will you be staying? I have a room at Long Lao over on East Street. Let him know I'll drop whatever I'm doing and meet him as soon as I can. Nielsen? I know that voice. Hello again, Lloyd. That's right, thanks for remembering me. I never forget the voice of someone I've had the pleasure of interviewing. Is this man... Yeah, he's that famous journo that they met a little while back. That's right, Marcel Nielsen. What brings you to Mines? I have an interview scheduled with Mayor Bixen, as it so happens. I'm looking forward to hearing his account of Mines' history as a Septium mining village, and about how it's changed in modern day. With the topic of independence looming over Crossbell, I think it's important to reflect on state history. Not a bad idea. I agree. That's a really interesting perspective to take. I'll take that as a compliment. I've been told that I have a penchant for thinking outside the box. But enough about me. I've heard all of you contributed to stopping the terrorist attack at the trade conference. On that note, I have the urge to interview you about the matter. Would that be alright with you? There are several questions I still have about the motives behind the attack. I suspect speaking with you will help me uncover their meaning. Meaning behind the terrorist attack. Would that not be... That's right, information about the case is restricted to members of the state government and police force. We may be able to agree to the interview, but what we can divulge is limited. That's understandable, and I expected as much. Nevertheless, I'd still like to conduct the interview. What do you say? Our last interview with him was insightful. If the time, agreeing to a second could be a good idea. Well, yes, of course. Alright, we'll agree to your interview. Splendid. Thank you for your time. Let's begin right away. Thank you again for agreeing to this interview. Shall we begin? The topic today is the terrorist attack that occurred at the recent West Zemuria Trade Conference. First, I'd like to confirm who the terrorists were. Can you tell me, Lloyd? Well, the terrorists that attacked the trade conference was the Imperial Liberation Front and anti-immigration faction terrorists. Both. Two terrorist organizations were working in conjunction with one another. One was the Imperial Liberation Front from Erebonia. The other group were terrorists from Calvard's anti-immigration faction. That's right. There were two of them. I'll refrain from going into their backgrounds and founding principles. However, it's worth noting that these two organizations have little in common and have never collaborated before, and yet they mounted a united front against the conference. I've heard they were being supported by and cooperating with a mysterious organization known as Ouroboros. Yeah, the Society of Ouroboros. Thinking back, the terrorists were making use of archaisms at the trade conference. Do you know of the Society, Nielsen? I've come across their name before, yes. They are a bit of an enigma. I take it your work has led to you learning of them as well. We've heard a thing or two. And the more we hear, the shadier they seem to be. I would have to agree. What their true aims are is completely shrouded in mystery. Trying to deduce their objectives would be completely in vain. Yeah, that's putting it lightly. Let's move on to the next topic then. I'd like to review how it is two major powers prepared themselves for the attack. I have sources that say each nation covertly employed outside forces. Each of those forces greatly contributed to the resolution of the incident. What I find strange is that although Erebonia and Calvard foresaw the attack, they didn't prevent it and left both terror groups at large. Like, yeah. I don't know why that was. What do you think they were trying to achieve, Lloyd? Well, contain opposing political factions. I mean, if we just think about it from like the Imperial Liberation Front's point of view, they are being backed by Duke Cayenne Pepper, so makes sense. Each terrorist group is backed by political factions that oppose their country's respective leaders. I think the top priority was to keep those two opposing factions in check. In Chancellor Osborne's case, he's trying to put pressure on Erebonia's noble faction. And for President Rocksmith, he was looking to deter everyone who agrees with his country's radical nationalists. I agree. That's the only logical explanation for why they allowed the terrorists to remain at large. And as a result, the political tide has turned in each of their favors. Each country's citizens raised their voices against the opposing factions. So their goal truly was political gain. You said that was the leader's top priority, did you not, Lloyd? That was curious. Does that mean you think they had some other objective in mind too? Well... Lloyd. Yeah, I can imagine one other objective. I also think it was to gain a foothold for their advancement into Crossbell. Crossbell is in their crosshairs. How realistic they are is up for debate, but it was clear as day when each country offered to station troops in Crossbell at the conference. Yes, and the terror attack fueled the narrative that Crossbell cannot keep its borders safe by itself. It only puts further pressure on Crossbell to accept their proposals of stationing troops. The non-aggression pact that LaBelle introduced has essentially lost all of its deterrents at this point. Additionally, with the proposal for independence, the public in both countries is keeping a close watch on what happens with Crossbell now. The Imperial and Republican governments may be using that to alleviate the pressure their citizens had been putting on them. That's rather convenient for them. I've heard of two birds with one stone, but this is more like a flock with a boulder. Well then, I see you've all considered this in just as great detail as I have. If you don't mind, I'd like to move us on to our final topic. The two countries seemingly agreed to an arrangement that would be mutually beneficial. However, do you believe that is evidence of the two having allied? No, they would never do that. No, I think that's out of the question. Ultimately, they both have the same objective, sole possession of Crossbell. Yes, that's exactly right. In the end, the incident at the trade conference was simply a one-time arrangement. Furthermore, Crossbell is too valuable for either country to let it remain as a simple buffer zone. There's no room for an alliance if each aspires to take Crossbell for themselves. Their actions at the trade conference tip their hands as to what it is they want. No way. For a blind man, your aim is impressive. So this was all just a warm-up before the real thing. Eventually they're going to go at each other guns blazing. Yes, now imagine the war of intelligence they're waging will only worsen from here. The increasing Jaeger and organized crime activity in Crossbell can likely be attributed to that as well. It would be unfortunate, but I would not be surprised to see a string of inexplicable incidents, such as those from Crossbell's past. Inexplicable incidents? What do you mean? No, forget I said that. I was out of line. That aside, I believe we've sorted out several matters regarding the terror attack. What do you know, Nielsen? Asking you for this interview was a wise decision indeed. Thank you for your time. Likewise, it was enlightening. I think we understand the current situation more clearly now. Definitely. It was more than I bargained for. I'm glad to hear you found it beneficial. Should we meet again, I would relish the opportunity for another chat like this. We'll be looking forward to it. Thank you for indulging me with an interview today, SSS. Should the opportunity arise, I would like to chat again. Rude gifted me this book to read on my breaks. I liked it, so maybe you would enjoy it too. Oh, thank you. Behind the cliffs on the other side of the canyon is the heavily armed The Fortress. In the past, the Empire's postured with their railway guns when things have gotten tense. Hope it doesn't come to that again. Oh, hello there, SSS. Hello, Leah. Lynn. What brings you to St. Ursula today? And if I brace a request? We're taking a little breather and doing some prep work before we get back to investigating the cryptids. The plan is to check out the sandbar on Ursula Road where you exterminated that one from yesterday. Hopefully we can confirm a connection between the cryptids and those blue flowers that your report mentioned. Oh, and Arios is back to work. He's going to handle the last cryptid that was assigned to the guild. Good to know. Anything we can lend a hand with? I think we have it under control. Although I could use some hugs and kisses from Tio to perk me up and give me the strength to fight more big, bad cryptids. You will survive. Ugh, not again. I'd be more worried about her help if she didn't act this way. In other words, there's nothing to worry about. You guys keep doing what you're doing on your end, and we'll go check out the sandbar. Got it. Good luck, you two, and stay safe out there. About those blue flowers in your report. Mentioned that they were also the key ingredients in that Gnosis drug. The one who orchestrated that incident, Joachim Gunther, so manufactured a large quantity of that drug before he died. Raises the question, where was he harvesting so much pleroma grass to make all that Gnosis in the first place? I like your thinking. We're heading to the sandbar on Ursula Road to look into the connection between those blue flowers and the cryptid you reported. Don't worry though, we can take care of ourselves. You six just keep on doing your own thing. Hi Cecile. Good morning, SSS. Morning, Lloyd. What brings all of you here? Did you want to visit Shizuku? Yes, we did. We're not interrupting you, are we? Oh no, not at all. I just came to tell Shizuku that Michael sent her a letter from Le Mans State. I was going to ask if she wanted me to read it. Michael, wasn't he? The little boy that Dr. Seyland operated on, isn't that right? Yes. He was also staying on this floor and we were good friends. Promised to exchange letters with one another when he was discharged. From regular pals to pen pals, eh? It's not uncommon for the hospital to receive letters like this from former patients. Sadly, we're not always able to reply due to the sheer volume in our workloads. However, it's always nice to hear from them. Personally, it re-energizes me when I hear someone is living happy and healthily. Sounds like you, Cecile. But you reply to more of them than the rest of the staff. Perhaps I should start writing letters to Martha too. I'm sure she'd like that. She was so happy after seeing you for the first time in years. It's never too late. You're always welcome to give it a shot. I will think about it once work slows down. Of course, I'd love to read it for you. Dear Shizuku, how have you been? I'm doing well myself. I've been praying to the goddess for you every single night so that you can see again. He hasn't changed one bit. It's so good to hear from Michael again. Oh, he enclosed a picture too. It's of him and his parents. They seem so happy. I can't wait to see it. Oh. Right then, let's end this part here. And in the next part, we'll go off and get all the little requests done around the place that we need to get done. So we'll see you then. Ta-ra for now.